Ventus can and likely will change everything the Guardians think they know about the Kingdom Hearts universe once his memories come back. The importance of Ventus in Kingdom Hearts Phase 2 or in the next saga is so big that I think he's going to have one of the most major roles just going into the entirety of the next couple of games. When you think about Ventus's role in the Kingdom Hearts series so far, in Birth by Sleep, he was a character built off of mystery. He was the character that Xehanort was going to be using to form the Keyblade. But Ventus was a character built on a lot of mystery with minimal substance. We didn't know a lot about his past at the time, and the conflict with him and Venus is what kept a lot of fans engaged during Birth by Sleep, along with his pretty adorable personality. However, we knew very minimal about the character Ventus himself until Union Cross, when we got revealed that he was among the 5 Union leaders, supposedly, which we later found out was not the case. He was actually a character who was put into that role by darkness. Not the general darkness we see throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, maybe, but quotation marks darkness, as in the darkness entity that we see in Union Cross, messing up everything, talking to Maleficent, fighting the Union leaders right now. We have to wait to see that conclusion in the Union Cross finale, which should be in another month. Ventus just grabs and hugs his Chirithy in Kingdom Hearts 3's ending, and we don't know what it means. The Chirithys are the Keyblade Wielders' friends, but do they remember the past themselves? Could they reveal what the Keyblade Wielders need to know? They seem pretty knowledgeable. I mean, the Chirithy basically helped Sora do what he needed to do in Remind. So, since they remember that Ventus was, their friend, do they remember why? Do they remember how they built that relationship? Ventus regaining his memories, or even his memories being unveiled to everyone else, would be a drastic change for the narrative of Kingdom Hearts. We already have characters like Mickey going on to explore Scarlet Kylo and research the Lost Masters, and likely other characters will find some things themselves they didn't think they would find. But I think Ventus is a big key to all of this that is right under everyone's noses. Things that I believe Ventus regaining his memories would likely affect would probably be things like Lorium, for example, who we can assume has regained their memories as of their death scene as Marluxia in Kingdom Hearts 3. And since we can assume they have been recompleted as Lorium, we have no idea what they've been doing over that past year that Sora has been missing. Maybe they've been searching for the Foreteller, searching for the Lost Masters, the box. Maybe Lorium's hanging out with Aurina somewhere. It's hard to know because we haven't seen them on screen since their scenes. It would also spark old feelings of guilt within him. If he has any sort of darkness within him, it would likely bring about massive feelings of guilt over what happened with Strelitzia. But it's unclear whether Ventus's darkness returned to him after Venus was defeated, or if he is just a pure heart now. It's a little bit up in the air, or the explanations aren't as conclusive as you would like them to be. But regardless of either, you would imagine that these feelings would spring up again if he did regain his memories, which would likely lead him to wanting to find Lorium or Marluxia to either apologize or just, I don't know, do something. Probably not fight him, but just talk, do something. The other Guardians would also be finding out about this. I doubt all the Guardians will be around at the exact same time, but at least a couple of them would find out about this with Ventus, and I would likely imagine that everyone eventually would find out about Ventus's situation and would work to either help him and try to prepare for whatever coming conflict might, come. It would also spark a search potentially for the other Union leaders, or to find out what happened to them. Maybe Ventus can tell people like Lee and Sayax memories they used to have of Scold. Lee reacting to what Ventus is saying, and he's like, that sounds a lot like that girl we met in Anselm's, lab. And it will just connect a lot of things, him regaining his memories. The additional concern of darkness in Union Cross would also be looming over the rest of the KH cast now, knowing that there's a bigger entity, a bigger threat to fight against, kind of being the same darkness they've been fighting all this time, but a more concentrated version of it, I guess you can say. It could possibly spark further knowledge about the Lost Masters as well, and what their role was in orchestrating the Keyblade War. Ventus talking about his likely minimal memories of the other Masters, but still those minimal memories could be something very important, and Chirithy could also help with this as well, as the Chirithys were created by, the Master and the foretellers. Ventus regaining his memories is a humongous key to finding out a lot about those days in Daybreak Town. There are other ways they can do it. However, those ways are probably not going to be revealed to us until the next few games. I mean, we don't know how much Mickey's going to find out about while he's in Scarlet Asylum. Mickey himself could find out about everything. And there's also that weird, very random visit Mickey takes to Daybreak Town in Union Cross, actually, which we don't really have a lot of context to. At the time, we just had to assume it was something random, but now that Mickey's going to Scarlet Asylum, and likely the real location of Scarlet Asylum, because remember, the Scarlet Asylum we visited in Kingdom Hearts 3 was actually a projection from Xehanort's heart, not the real one. So the real one could lead him to, you know, someplace else. Maybe he finds some sort of portal or uses the power of waking to find out something, and it takes him to Daybreak Town, and that's where we interact with Mickey and the player and so on and so forth, which could be very weird, but that could be a video within itself. I still think about that interaction sometimes. I'm just like, why? What was this? What happened? It would be crazy though if they did tie that in. It does baffle me a bit, like how much they're setting up Ventus for a major role. You guys know that after Kingdom Hearts 3, I've often said that I feel like the Birth by Sleep trio is going to continue to be a very important piece in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Other trios are a little up for debate, but Ventus is a character that just has almost everything lined up for them. I mean, literally, all it takes is for Ventus to regain his memories, and we just open up an entire can of lore worms that no one else knows about in the KH universe right now, except maybe Laurium. That's another topic. What exactly is Laurium going to do? Why isn't Laurium going out of his way to find Ventus yet? I mean, we don't know what happened in the finale of Union Cross. Perhaps after everyone separated, Laurium sort of forgave him, or before they separated, maybe Laurium sort of forgave him, or decided not to fight at least. Or maybe Laurium found out about a bigger plot to fight against. Maybe Laurium is searching for the master themselves. And I wonder if Elrena is down to help out with that as well, because they definitely seem to be like a little pair going on, and she somehow makes it into our timeline as well. So that's another thing. But a question would be, how will his memories be triggered? Will it just happen randomly? Will Chirithy somehow trigger his memories again? Well, I have one idea in particular that would give one character who was a little underutilized in KH3, at least in base KH3, a humongous role for the next saga. But I will go into more detail on that in another video. But you can imagine who I'm talking about. A certain girl whose entire character kind of revolved around a certain character's memories. So, we'll find out. But tell me, what do you guys think about this video? Do you agree? Do you think Ventus is going to be changing like everything in the Kingdom Hearts series when his memories do come back? 'Cause I think that this reveal would be just insane for the other Guardians. Finding out that Ventus is not the person they knew or suspected would be pretty insane for both the Birth by Sleep trio and just everyone else, because of how important of a character he seems to be to the world of Kingdom Hearts. So let me know what you think about this topic down below in the comments section. Are you excited for Ventus's potential future role? Are you not as crazy about it? Do you wish someone else was in his position? Outside of all that, if you enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, you have not already and want to become part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.